JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, contractor stabbed to death in Steertown, suspect in custody. Steertown in St. Anne was the scene of a heated altercation between two men on Thursday, resulting in one of them being fatally stabbed. That is 42-year-old contractor Rowan Wilson from Steertown. It was reported that Wilson and another man were involved in an argument that later developed into a physical confrontation about 6:30 p.m. During the feud, Wilson was allegedly stabbed in the neck by the man, who later fled the scene. The wounded man was assisted to the hospital where he died. A manhunt was subsequently launched by the police of the culprit, who was apprehended sometime later in Ocho Rios. The suspect remains in custody, pending a question and answer session with the police in the presence of an attorney. Man shot dead at beach in St. James. A Trelawney man, Cameron White, otherwise called Bling Dog, was shot dead as he sat on the fishing beach in the Lilliput section of St. James shortly after noon on Thursday. The 34-year-old, who was from Warsop in the parish, was shot several times by an armed man, according to police reports. It was pronounced dead at hospital. His killing is the fifth murder recorded in St. James since the start of the week, and one of two that happened on Thursday. Mon Morris and Nakeem Erskine were both shot and killed on Tuesday. Siobhan Green was gunned down at his home on Wednesday, while on Thursday afternoon, up-and-coming artist Javon Willie, more popularly known as Capella Don, was shot dead in an attack that left another man injured. Jota Tours operator found stabbed to death in St. Anne. A beloved Jota Tours operator was found dead with stab wounds and his feet bound in his car in a wooded section of Discovery Bay, St. Anne on Thursday. He has been identified as Carlton Miller, otherwise called Blacks, of Belair in Runaway Bay, St. Anne. Reports are that residents became suspicious when they saw a Toyota which parked along a section of the roadway in a heavily forested area in Bridgewater, Discovery Bay, about 3 p.m. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, Miller's body was found in the back seat of the car. It had multiple stab wounds and the throat was slashed. His feet were also bound. The body was taken to the morgue, where a post-mortem will be conducted at a later date. The police collected several sharp implements from the scene, including a pair of scissors. Meanwhile, several hotel workers and security guards in St. Anne have been left grief-stricken, as Miller was a popular driver and was well known at several resorts across the parish. Him quiet man. I can't tell you why them land do this to him. Blacks not trouble people. Him come and him run him joke with way, said one hotel employee who asked not to be named. But him never just take the vehicle and leave him alone. He cut up everybody cause him not deserve this, she added. The police have not yet established a motive for the killing, explaining that investigations remain at an early stage. Artist gunned down in St. James. The St. James police are trying to establish a motive for an attack that left a recording artist dead and another man injured in the Montpelier section of the parish Thursday afternoon. The dead man has been identified as 28-year-old Javon Willie, who went by the stage name Capella Don. He was said to be an up-and-coming artist who had started to make a name for himself in the western end of the island. The name of the injured man has not been released. According to police reports, the men were standing at a shop in Montpelier about 4:20 p.m. when armed men approached and began shooting. Willie died at hospital. The other man was admitted in serious condition. Investigations are ongoing. Whitehall violence claims another life. An ongoing feud on Plum Lane in Whitehall Avenue, St. Andrew, claimed the life of a 39-year-old businessman yesterday morning. According to police reports, at 7:35 a.m. Craig Gooden, otherwise called Sprinter, operator of Sprinter Auto Parts, was opening his shop when he was pounced upon by a gunman who fired several shots in his direction. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. As detectives from the St. Andrew North Police Division processed the crime scene, several tight-lipped residents looked on. One, however, said that yesterday's murder could spark more fear in the community, which is experiencing a surge in violence. A good look while my operating business, I know them come kill him. Him is a powerful man of the space. So me know he not go stop you, sir. People close to him do things too, so me know he not go rest. Me tired of the bag of war. This man when they shot them start beat, people panic and just run and hide, sir, the resident said. Several persons have been murdered in recent weeks in sections of Whitehall Avenue. Commanding officer for the St. Andrew North Police Division, Senior Superintendent Aaron Fletcher, said that the investigation into Gooden's murder is still in its preliminary stages, but he acknowledged that there has been conflict in the space for weeks. It is believed to be resulting from some conflict between criminal operators within the space over a missing or stolen illegal gun. This has resulted in a split within the groups in the community, and we believe, although we can't precisely say, that this latest killing is in relation to that, he said. We know that the players, they are deeply involved in scamming. It is the gains that they use from lottery scamming to finance these activities, including the purchasing of illegal guns, Fletcher added. St. James man charged with robbery with violence. Sebastian Cook, otherwise called Anthony, a 51-year-old resident of Chester Castle, St. James, was arrested and charged with robbery with violence following an incident along Howard Cook Boulevard in Montego Bay on Friday, January 14. Reports from the Freeport police are that about 7:20 p.m., the complainant was traveling in the front seat of a taxi from downtown Montego Bay, and upon reaching the intersection of Barnett Street and Howard Cook Boulevard, Cook ran up to the passenger window and grabbed onto the complainant's handbag, groceries and a cell phone and attempted to pull them from the vehicle. A struggle ensued between them, during which Cook injured the complainant's hand and ran off with her belongings. An off-duty police officer who was traveling in the same motor vehicle intervened, apprehended the accused and recovered the items. Cook was subsequently arrested, and on Monday, January 17, he was formally charged following interviews and statements. Manchester shooting case involving soldier and brother transferred to circuit court. The criminal case involving a Jamaica Defence Force soldier and his brother implicated in a shooting incident last year has been transferred to the Manchester Circuit Court. The soldier, Upton Chambers, and his brother Anthony Chambers are charged with wounding with intent and illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition. It is alleged at approximately 7 p.m. on Tuesday, September 28, the brothers attacked a man at a shop in St. Toulis where he was with relatives. The police were alerted, and the brothers were intercepted along the main road as they tried to escape. One gun was seized. The complainant was immediately rushed to hospital. The brothers were granted bail on Thursday, November 25, 2021, in the amount of $450,000 each. When they appeared in the Manchester Parish Court today, their bail was extended. As conditions of their bail, they must report to the Spanish Town Police Station, remain outside of Manchester unless for court matters, and refrain from contacting the complainant. The Chambers brothers are scheduled to appear in the Manchester Circuit Court on Thursday, May 12, 2022. Accompong Curry left out as PM meets with Maroon chiefs. Accompong Maroon chief Richard Curry was today left out of a meeting among Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the Maroon colonels. The meeting comprised Colonels Lloyd Latibode of the Scotsall Maroons, Wally Sterling of the Moortown Maroons, and Marcia Douglas of the Charlestown Maroons. The Office of the Prime Minister released a statement saying Culture Minister Olivier Grange and the Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister, Robert Nestor Morgan, also attended the meeting. The statement did not say why Curry was not invited. However, it said after a productive discussion, it was agreed that future meetings will be convened. This morning, Curry went live on Instagram, lamenting that the colonels made an about turn to meet with Holness without him. The Accompong chief also pleaded with the government for dialogue. We're not here to create a divide. We're not trying to create a threat to the state. We're not trying to overthrow anybody, he said. According to Curry, in recent times, the Maroons have found themselves in a conundrum with a lack of infrastructure. Curry, who was elected head of the St. Elizabeth-based Accompong Town Maroons in March last year, has been sparring with the government over the 1738 treaty the Maroons signed with the British government. On January 9, Prime Minister Andrew Holness dismissed the rhetoric of the Accompong Maroons that they are a sovereign people. Under my leadership, not 1 inch of Jamaica will come under any other sovereign authority, Holness charged. This morning, Curry said he remains resolved to work with the government to bring a resolution to the challenges. Chicken prices to soar by 10% month end. The Jamaica Broilers Group has announced that chicken prices are going up by 10% come the end of January. President and the CEO Christopher Levy says the company delayed the price increase in an effort to give Jamaicans an ease. We decided to hold and see if grains would turn, if the inflation would flatten out, but unfortunately, the indication of what we're seeing is not bearing out those hopes, he said. In its second quarter results in October 2021, Jamaica Broilers reported that its gross margins had fallen from 24% to 20% as a result of increased input costs, which were partially mitigated by the growth in the company's United States operations. Levy said the cost of shipping and grains have increased. On Monday, the Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin said the point-to-point inflation rate between December 2020 and December 2021 was 7.3%. This was above the Bank of Jamaica's upper inflation band of 6%. Statins Director General Carl Coy said the index for meat and other parts of slaughtered land animals increased by 13.8%. She also reported that the inflation rate for December 2021 was 0.8%. Jamaica reports 773 new COVID cases, 7 deaths. Jamaica reported 773 new cases of COVID-19 and 7 virus-related deaths on Thursday. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 117,717 and the death toll to 2,568. Of the newly reported cases, there were 468 females and 305 males with ages ranging from 6 days to 96 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 215, St. Catherine, 200, St. Anne, 112, Manchester, 69, Clarendon, 62, Portland, 46, St. Elizabeth, 37, St. Thomas, 10, Westmoreland, 9, St. James, 7, St. Mary, 4, Hanover, 1, and Trelawney, 1. Meanwhile, the latest victims include 4 females, ages 73, 75, 80, and 89, and a 59-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, an 86-year-old male from St. Anne, and a 75-year-old male from St. Catherine were also among the latest victims. The deaths occurred between August 2021 and January 2022. 5 deaths were reported under investigation, while another was reported as coincidental. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the country also recorded 199 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 68,079. The country's positivity rate now stands at 48.2%. There are 575 people hospitalized, 22 of them critically ill. There are 13,989 confirmed active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.